For years now, we've been flooded with bold claims about miracle batteries, cheaper cells, ultra-fast charging, and EVs that can supposedly drive 1,000 miles on a single charge. And almost every time, those promises quietly fall apart before they ever reach real-world production. Among all those big ideas, solid-state batteries have always stood out as the most exciting. Ironically, they've also become the most eye-roll-inducing topic in the EV world, mainly because they never seem to get past the prototype stage, no matter how impressive the lab results or energy density numbers look on paper. By now, just mentioning solid-state batteries is usually enough to trigger instant skepticism. But this time feels different, not because the technology suddenly sounds better, but because an established manufacturer, Donut Lab, is claiming something no one else has: mass production. That announcement alone is why tech outlets everywhere are paying attention. These are being positioned as the first solid-state batteries you can actually buy today, instead of another coming by 2030 promise we've heard 100 times before. Donut Lab says these batteries could deliver major gains in driving range, durability, and charging speeds across everything from electric cars and motorcycles to heavy-duty trucks and construction machinery. So what makes this solid-state battery more believable than all the others? And what exactly sets it apart? According to Donut Lab, their new battery hits an energy density of 400 watt-hours per kilogram, a massive leap compared to the roughly 250 to 300 watt-hours per kilogram found in today's best lithium-ion batteries.
With Donut battery, we set a new baseline, 400 watt-hours per kilogram.
So far, Tesla's most advanced 4680 battery falls short of 300 watt-hours per kilogram. The latest figure we've seen is around 272 watt-hours per kilogram. Meanwhile, BYD's well-known LFP blade battery tops out at roughly 175 watt-hours per kilogram. Put that into perspective, and solid-state batteries are getting close to twice the energy density. By now, you can probably see why this is such a big deal. Most EVs on the road today run on LFP batteries. Roughly 60% of electric vehicles worldwide use them. So imagine your car currently has an LFP pack, and you swap it out for Donut Lab's solid-state battery. What happens? That 200-mile range suddenly jumps to 400 miles, or potentially even more. That's the real payoff of high-energy density batteries. Simply put, more energy density means a lighter battery pack and a vehicle that can travel much farther on a single charge. So why is this the first solid-state battery to truly make it into mass production? Let's hear it straight from Donut Lab's CEO.
So the obvious question is, are we shipping this in 2029 or 2030? No. These batteries are available today. Not just available for OEMs to look at in the lab, and not just available to prototype with, but available for real production.
According to Donut Lab, their solid-state batteries are already being produced at gigawatt-hour scale and are available to companies worldwide, a milestone that almost no one else in the industry has managed to achieve.
In fact, today we are making history because Donut battery is the world's first solid-state battery in production vehicles shipping to customers.
And it's not just the 400 watt-hours per kilogram energy density. Donut Lab also says its solid-state battery cells can charge fully in about 5 minutes, offering an experience that's much closer to refueling a gas tank than waiting on a charger.
This pack charges from 0 to full in as low as 5 minutes. As low as 5 minutes, and still built for longevity.
The secret behind Donut Lab's ultra-fast charging comes down to its sulfide-based solid electrolyte. Unlike conventional lithium-ion batteries, which can overheat when subjected to extremely high charging currents, Donut Lab's solid material offers exceptional thermal stability. That allows lithium ions to move at almost unbelievable speeds without melting the separator or triggering damaging side reactions. In effect, this pushes past the physical limits of today's liquid electrolyte batteries, which are usually restricted to 20 to 40-minute charging times just to preserve cell longevity.
Donut battery is designed differently. It's designed for 100,000 cycles. Now, that's not just better cycle life. That's an entirely different category.
And it doesn't stop at 5-minute charging, the battery's lifespan is just as jaw-dropping. Donut Lab says its solid-state cells can handle up to 100,000 charge cycles, without the usual need to limit charging to 80% the way older battery technologies do to preserve long-term health. To put that into perspective, Donut Lab compares its cells with both standard and premium lithium-ion batteries. Most lithium-ion packs in use today, including LFP batteries, typically last around 1,000 to 1,500 cycles before noticeable degradation sets in. In real-world terms, that's about 3 to 5 years of heavy daily use. With 100,000 charge cycles on the table, this battery could theoretically outlast the chassis of a car or even the engine of a motorcycle. Charge it once a day, and it would take well over 200 years to burn through all those cycles. A battery that can survive 100,000 charge and discharge cycles would be a true game changer, not just for consumers, but for the entire EV ecosystem. In theory, a single EV battery could support up to 10 million miles of driving. Right now, one of the biggest concerns with electric vehicles is battery degradation after 5 to 10 years, as range gradually but inevitably declines over time. But Donut Lab is pushing far beyond incremental improvements. Their goal is an almost mythical, do-everything battery, one that combines high energy density, lightning-fast charging, extreme longevity, and, on top of all that, claimed fire resistance even when physically damaged. Temperature performance is another major weak point for today's EV batteries. In conventional liquid electrolyte cells, cold conditions thicken the electrolyte, slowing lithium ions to a crawl. The result is familiar to most EV owners: winter range drops of 20 to 40%, along with painfully slower charging speeds.
And at minus 30 degrees Celsius, Donut battery retains over 99% of its capacity. And if you push in the opposite direction, heating the cells beyond 100 degrees Celsius, that's 200 Fahrenheit, the result stays the same, over 99% capacity retention.
Oh wow! Donut Lab says its solid-state battery can hold on to more than 99% of its capacity across extreme conditions, from brutal cold at minus 30 degrees Celsius all the way up to 200 degrees Fahrenheit heat. To put that in perspective, temperatures like that would either cripple or outright ignite most conventional lithium-ion battery packs. Yet, according to Donut Lab's CEO, this battery is safe enough that it won't catch fire even if it's physically damaged. And on top of all that, the company says these batteries can be manufactured almost anywhere in the world, since they don't depend on rare or exotic materials. So, what do you think about Donut Lab's solid-state battery? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and thanks for watching.